Dear students, we are going to discuss about the chapter number 3, that is circles in geometry. In this chapter contain circles passing through 1, 2, 3 points. How many circles can passes through 1, 2, 3 and points? Similarly, we know secant and tangent. What is meant by secant and tangent? Circles touching each other. What is meant by circle touching each other? Arc of a circle, inscribed angle and intercepted arc, cyclic quadrilateral, secant, tangent, angle theorem, theorem of intersecting chords, theorem of intersecting chords. These are the points included in this chapter. Before to see these points, we first see some content given in the book. Let's recall. You are familiar with the concepts regarding circles. Like we know that the sums related to circles, like center, we know what is circle, a center, radius, diameter, chord, interior and exterior of a circle. Also, so we know this, what is center, what is radius, what is meant by the diameter, etc. What is meant by diameter, chord, interior and exterior points of a circle. Also recall the meaning of congruent circle. What is a congruent circle? What is meant by concentric circles and intersecting circle? Now here we are given congruent circle. Congruent circles are those circles which are equal radius, or radius. So now suppose that these circles have radius 5 centimeter and this circles have radius 5 centimeter. So it means that these two circles have the radius equal. So they are called as a congruent circles. Now here see that this is one of the circle and this is interior circle, this is a exterior. These two circles, the circles with common center, the circles with common centers are called as a concentric circles. Next one is that intersecting circles. When, if you observe this figure, that this figure, it is the intersecting circles. When the two circles intersects to each other in a distinct point, in two different points, then they are called as a intersecting circles. Now see here that in 9th standard we see this property. What is this property? Observe this figure carefully there. C is a center of a circle. CF perpendicular to D. What is D? It is a chord. D is a chord. When we draw a perpendicular, when we draw a perpendicular, that is CF, to the chord, then what happened that? It bisects the chord. When the perpendicular is drawn from the center of a circle to the chord, it bisects the chord. So in figure, CF perpendicular to D, therefore what we have? We have DF is equal to FE. Here, ही property है बघा. the perpendicular drawn from center to a chord bisect the bisect the chords. Now see next is here that in this figure. What is that? In the figure, what we are given? O is the center of a circle. P is a midpoint of QR. That means QP is equal to PR. Then the segment OP. What is segment OP? Segment OP, it is the segment joining the center of a circle and the midpoint of a chord. Then what we say that? Then this segment is perpendicular to the chord. Is perpendicular to the. What is the difference between previous of the property and here? In the previous of the property, we have to provide a perpendicular drawn from the center of a circle. They need bisect the chord. Here is that we have to provide the midpoint of a chord. It means it bisects the chord. Then the segment joining from the center of a circle and the midpoint of a chord, it is perpendicular to the chord. It means OP, it is that segment. OP, it is that segment which join the midpoint of a chord and the center of a chord. It is perpendicular to the chord. This is the another property. Now here that we have to provide it. If you observe this figure carefully. What is M? M is the center of a circle. We draw MT perpendicular to AC. What is AC? It is a chord. MS perpendicular to AD. AD is also the chord. The angle this is, that is angle DAB is congruent to CAB. If you prove this, that we say that this is SM is equal to SM is equal to TM. SM is equal to TM. SM is equal to TM. It means that these two chords AD and AC are equidistant from the center of a circle. When the two chords are at equidistant from the center of a circle, then they are congruent. Then they have the equal length. Here AD and AC, they are at equidistant from the center of a circle, so that they are congruent. Here we have given that the chords which are equidistant from the center are equal in length. When the chords they are equidistant from the center, it means they have the equal length. It means they are a congruent. Then another property we see in the next class, that is congruent chords of a circle are equidistant from the center of a circle. So all these things we already discussed about in the class 9. Now here we first recall all these things that we know. Now see the number of circles passing through 1, 2 and 3 points. Number of circles passing through 1, 2, 3 points. Here we have to determine how many circles passing through a single point, how many circles can passing through a 2 points, and how many circles can passing through a 3 non-collinear points and collinear points. Now here see that in the figure A is any point in the plane. A हा एका काय घेतला आहे प्लेनमधील एक पॉईंट आहे. And the circle with center P, center with circle R, and circle with center Q passes through the point A. In the figure, we have given that A be any point in the plane, the circle with center P, the circle with center R, and the circle with center Q passes through a point A. It means from this figure we say that there are infinite number of circles passing through a single point. So now here that infinite number of circle pass through a point. This is that. So sometimes we ask how many circles can passing through a point. Then answer should be a infinite number of circles. So now see here that the next figure. How many circles can passes? How many circles can passes through a single through a 2 points? Here A and B be the 2 points. A and B be the 2 points. If you draw a perpendicular bisector of this segment AB, we will find out that we can draw a infinite number of circles passing through a 2 points. So here suppose that if you take AB is one of the segments, draw a perpendicular bisector of this, that is L is a line, it is a perpendicular bisector of segment AB. Now if you considering the point P, any point on this, we can draw a circle passing through. We take another point Q, similarly we can draw a circle. We will find out that the circle passing through point A and B. If you go like this, that you will find out there are infinite number of circles passing through a single through a 2 points, Now here that if you take a 3 non-collinear points like this A, B and C, A, B and C, these are a non-collinear points, then we say that there is a unique circle passing through 3 non-collinear points. There is a unique circle passing through. If we have the 3 collinear points, if you find that no circle can pass through 3 non-collinear points. In this way, we will see that there is infinite number of circle passing through a single point. There is infinite number of circle passing through a 2 points. There is only one circle can passing through a 3 non-collinear points, and there is no circle passing through a collinear points. So this is about the number of circle passing through a points. Now see here, there is a unique circle passing through 3 non-collinear points. No circle can pass through 3 collinear points. If the points are collinear, then no circles, if the 3 points are collinear, then no circle is passing through them. So in this way, we see that one circle infinite circles passing through a single point. infinite circle passing through a two distinct points, unique circle passing through a three non-collinear points, and no circles can pass through three collinear points. Now see here the next terms, that is here we have given, that is a secant, that is secant and tangent, secant and tangent. So you see here what is secant. Now in figure, first figure, line L and A not have any common point, they not touch to each other. Now here if you see that, what is say that a circle with center B, a line M intersect the circle in point P, in point P. So such a line which intersect the circles in only one point, then the lines is said to be a tangent to the circle, a tangent to the circle. In figure B, what we say that line M is a tangent to the circle in point P. Where the line touches the circle, the point is said to be a point of contact. So point P is a point of contact. Now see here next figure that we are in this here line N intersect the circle in point Q and R. Such a line, those intersect the circles in two distinct points, then such a line, it is known as a secant of the circle. It is known as a secant of the circle. When the line touch the circle in only one point, then the line is said to be a tangent. In figure 3.8, secant with circle, a circle with center B, line M is a tangent to the circle at point P. P is said to be a point of contact. And in third figure, the circle with center C, we say that the line N intersect the circle in point Q and R. Such a line, those intersect the circles in two distinct points. It is known as a secant of the circles. So this is about the some general points, some points about a circles. The tangent theorem. What is a tangent theorem? A tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact. A tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius at the point of contact. This theorem, it is known as a tangent theorem. Now see here that in circle with center O, line L is a tangent to the point A or at the point A. Line L is a tangent to the circle with center O at point A. OA is a radius. OA is a radius. Then we say that OA is perpendicular to L. Is perpendicular to L. What is L? L is a tangent. So we know that a tangent at any point of a circle is perpendicular to the radius of the circle. The proof is, it is indirect proof. The proof is indirect proof. In the next video, we will see how to prove that this theorem. Converse of tangent theorem. पहिल्यांदा काय पाहिलं की tangent is perpendicular to the radius of a circle at the point of contact. इथे काय म्हणतोय, कॉन्व्हर्स ऑफ टॅन्जंट थेरम. ए लाईन परपेंडिक्युलर टू द रेडियस at its point on the circle. A line perpendicular to a radius at its point on the circle is tangent to the circle. Is tangent to the circle. Now see here. In the figure, line L is touches the circle in point N. MN is a radius. MN is a radius. It is perpendicular to the line L in point P in point N. Line L is touching the circle in point N, and MN, that is a radius, is perpendicular to the line L at point N. Then we say that line L is a tangent. Line L is a tangent to the circle in point N. So a line perpendicular to a radius at its point on the circle is a tangent to the circle. एखादी लाईन हे त्या रेडियसला परपेंडिक्युलर असेल तर ती लाईन काय असेल, तर ती लाईन ही काय टॅन्जंट आहे असं आपण म्हणतो. याचा प्रूफ सुद्धा आपण नंतरच्या याच्यामध्ये बघू. सो नाउ हियर दॅट लेट्स डिस्कस दॅट. सो देर आर द सम पॉइंट्स in the interior of the circle and some are exterior and some are on the circle. Here the circle with center A, some are the points in interior. C is interior, D is exterior, and B is a on the circle. How many tangents can drawn through point B? B is a point on the circle. B is a point on the circle. We can draw only one tangent through a points on the circle. सर्कलवर असणाऱ्या बिंदूमधून एक आणि एकच आपण काय करतो, टॅन्जंट ड्रॉ करू शकतो. वी कॅन ड्रॉ ओनली वन टॅन्जंट पासिंग थ्रू ए पॉइंट ऑन द सर्कल. सो नाउ हियर दॅट दिस पॉइंट D is the exterior of the circle. So how many tangents drawn through a point D which are exterior to the circle? In circle with center A, D is a point on the exterior of the circle. Then we can draw a two tangents passing through this point. We can draw a two tangents from the external points of the circle, through the external points. So there are two tangents can be drawn through a exterior points to the circles.